Oh no. Oh, that was sick. I thought I was getting hit. Oh, that's a flatty. That's a flatty and a half. God, there's a few up here, eh? Got this little creek here, this little mouth of this creek, and we've got a bit of a high tide about to turn and drain as well, so there's a little bit of a deeper channel. I'm going to throw the newly released little Crush City creeper. That one's the 3.25 inch, so the bigger version. Very much like the smaller guy. Don't know if the camera's picking that up, but swims beautifully. Just got that with a 1/6 gripper jig head, so hopefully we can get something going on in here. We'll just do a little bit of a flick in and around here, see if there's anything hanging about. But it's a beautiful day, it's so clear. Gone to a clearer sort of pattern. We'll just see where this drop off is and if there's anything hanging about. Lots of little bait fish, prawns, yabby holes, so mixed bag of bait fish and stuff. Great thing about this little lure is you can retrieve it so many different ways. So you can bounce it off the bottom, you can do a little bit of a slow roll, just let it sit still. Very, very versatile. I like to do a couple of little twitches of the rod tip, nothing too crazy. No sort of erratic jerks or anything like that. It gets the little feelers underneath moving and the tail moving as well. So yep, nice. Got that on the drop. Not sure what it is yet. Yeah, a little brimson. Typical. It's actually not a bad brimbo actually. 3.25 inch creeper. Take that. He absolutely clobbered it. Absolutely clobbered it. Look at that. He really wanted that little creeper there. He really wanted that. We're in this new little zone, never been here before. That's not a bad sort of creek fish. See you, bud. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll see if there's anything further up here. Nice little zone. But yeah, that's the 3.25 inch creeper in yabby, I believe the color is. 1/6, and I think that's a 2.0 hook in the grip bars. So I don't think it really matters too much in terms of weight and size of hook for these guys. Most sizes will work, so probably that 2.0 to 3.0 sort of size hook, and then yeah, just depending on where you're fishing. I'm only fishing sort of 1 metre to 2 metres of water in here. Sort of 1/6 to 1/8 is probably pretty good. And then if you've got a bit more current and flow, probably up to 1/4 sort of thing. Nice. Just found the drain, I went past it and I dropped the lure straight back in there. Nice. Wasn't very good probably footage for you guys, but that was right in the drain that I just went over in the kayak. Beautiful little cold water brimbo on that new creeper. Check it out, buddy. Very cool. See you, buddy. There's drain again, another drain. Ah, little flatty. There are you up here. Oh, that's how you break them off. All right, little flatty on the creep. Little flatty on the creep. So little flatties up here as well. Chasing the jelly prawn, seeing heaps of little jelly prawns getting smashed up here. Not surprised that he's up here. Not surprised. He's a bit on the smaller side. See you later, buddy. So slow, he's out of here. Saw a bigger one take the creep towards the mouth of the system here. So I'm just gonna pluck a few more casts in around these drains and stuff. Look for likely ambush spots. Just and fishing for like 20 minutes less. What's the camera saying? 18, there you go. 18 minutes and what we've got, two bream and a flatty, and dropped another flatty towards the mouth there. So definitely some life up here, and they definitely are liking this creeper. The medium-sized fish, which I'm an expert in, the schmedium fish, they tend to be smacking them. So pretty good little lure, and I definitely think I'm going to be using it for, you know, your brims, your flatties. I reckon even bass too, using it like lightly weighted or even weedless and working it like a little frog, any of those sorts of species. The little one's done so well. The original little creeper has done very, very well for me in the past. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to see how this one goes. Oh, I dropped it. There was another fish there. Seemed like a flatty, that one. Bugger. Another one. Another one in this little drain here. Oh, flatty. Yep. Winding that back in. He's not a big guy, but number 2 on the flatty front. Look, for the middle of winter, less than a metre of water, middle of the day, it's better than nothing. You can definitely go deeper and probably get better fish, but you know, I'm very much a shallow water fisherman, so that was on the retrieve back. See you, buddy. Just out of this drain here. Come out and absolutely clobbered it. I'm sure there's better size. There's so much bait. I'm sure there's better ones up here. Oh, it's a nice flatty. Oh, no. No. Oh, that was a big one. That was like mid-60s or something. Fuck. Dusted me on that little creeper. 10-pound line. Fuck. Gonna have to re-rig, I suppose, and just get over it. Fuck. That was a good fish. I am a noob. Probably should have backed off that drag a bit. Fuck. All right, that's what you're looking for in the shops. So that's 3.25 inch creeper. I've just got a mixed bag of colors in here. It's pretty clear and that yabby color's working. Let's try this one, the Lumo pink or whatever it is. Tail's bled a little bit from those neon colored ones, but that's all right, I don't mind. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but yeah, I was going to say 60s. I know I said mid-60s, but I'd say probably pushing 60. This tiny little creek, it's pretty cool. Like, look, it's not very wide at all. Not much creek left to fish, but there might be another one up in that spot. There he is again, I think. Oh, it's a nice fish. That's probably that same one, eh? He's gonna go crazy. Oh no. Oh no. Same spot. Get your head down. Oh no, he's not hooked well. He's not hooked well. It's on the outside of the head. It's on the outside of the head. Light leader, just gone really light on that drag. I don't like how this one's going. Yes, got him. Got him. Nice. There's a few flatties literally in this little T intersection here. Oh, so sick. So sick. We'll get out and we'll get a quick little photo of him. That's unreal. Might be worth putting a couple of casts in around here. Nice. 10-pound leader, 10-pound braid, 3.25-inch creeper, getting the nibs. Beautiful stuff. Tiny little skinny creek, little 3.25-inch creeper, getting it done. 1/6 jig head, that's a gripper jig head, size 2, getting a beautiful little fish. So it's amazing little fish in this tiny little creek, like barely a metre or 2 wide and barely a metre of depth. So very, very fun this time of year. All right, that's a nice fish actually. Let's get a measure on the little one. This is mid to high 50s, probably take home for a tea. 55 on the dot. So if you've seen any of my stuff before, you know that sort of 45 to 55 is the ideal sort of eating fish for me. So that's pretty good. Take that one home for a meal, I think. Oh, tide is definitely ripping out now. We'll stop mucking around and we'll push slightly further up the creek as far as we can get, and then yeah, we'll turn around and go to the mouth of this and see if there's anything draining at the front. Another one. Another one, nice. That's a bit of a smaller guy. Oh, he's actually not too bad. Gone. Not too worried, he was probably like a little high 30s, something like that, just jigging it along the bottom. Got a bit excited there, I think. It's okay. Gosh, there's plenty of flatties up through here in this little skinny spot, that's for sure. That is faux show. Hit. Oh, that was sick. I thought I was getting hit. Oh, that's a flatty. That's a flatty and a half. That's a nice flatty. I thought I was getting hit and just bounced it off the bottom there. What? It's so shallow. Oh, that's a good one. Go, buddy, if you need to go. Oh, look at this in this skinny creek. This one is also not cooked very well. Absolutely gumpy. Come on, buddy. Yes, that's another nice one. Oh my goodness. What's going on up in this little tiny little creek? Are you seeing how wide this creek is? Not very wide at all. Oh my goodness gracious me. Another quality fish on the 3.25 creeper. I thought I was getting hit. It was getting tapped along the bottom and I just was jigging it. I could actually see the bottom. It's like not even a meter here. So I could literally see the bottom. I saw him come out and absolutely smoke it. Look at that. Beautiful fish. 3.25-inch creeper, 1/6 gripper jig heads. Absolutely working a treat in this little tiny creek here. I'm so stoked with that. It's a beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Everything eats a prawn, and this little lure just does that. Unreal. Unfreaking real. So sick. A quick measure on this one as well. Definitely a legal fish. Yep, 54 that one. So only slightly smaller, but that is going to be another nice feeding fish. But this creek's amazing. I've never been here before, so first time fishing here, impression's pretty good. pretty good. This is actually plan B today. I didn't reach plan A. It was a bit further up, but I was like, oh, I'll just have a little bit of a sticky beak in here. I'm so glad I did. So we'll dispatch of this fish and yeah, we'll keep going. Gosh, we're doing pretty well now. 2 brim, 2 micro flatties and 2 mid-50s flatties in literally hours of fishing. It's been a pretty productive session if you ask me. We'll just pop a couple of casts in here, just land-based, so we're not spooking anything. Dead middle of winter, it's like you're not expecting fish up through here. So I've got my feed, which is good. Usually 2 fish is heaps for me. Middle of the day, middle of winter. Not the most pristine ideal conditions, but fish don't seem to be mine. Yeah, the technique's pretty simple. You can see that I'm just basically getting it close to the bottom or on the bottom, and then just a couple of little tiny hops and a little bit of a shake of the rod tip. And with that shake of the rod tip, it makes those little feelers underneath kick, as well as that back tail. So action city, that's for sure. Another one. That's another good one, I think. Yep, it's another nice one. Bye bye. God, there's a few up here, eh? I think a pretty cracking session up here. Nice. He's another legal fish, but not as big as the other guys, so I will take that. I will absolutely take that. There we go. Another one on that little creeper. Up here, very shallow, 0.9 of a meter, 17-degree water. Can't beat it, hey? Look at that, he's absolutely smashed that. Yep, he is 48, that one. That's another one. Yeah, I think I'll take it home for the old man. Lovely going. That's incredible. Gosh, this little creeper is doing much better than what I anticipated today. Considering that, you know, middle of winter, I was expecting 1 undersized brim, honestly, and this was just a test run to see how it was going to go up in these creeks, but oh my goodness. This is that similar colour that I used in the imposters the other day. Is it Lumo prawn? Can't remember the exact colour, sorry guys, but I'll pop it on the screen. The curly tail is very much stained from like a neon UV colour, but doesn't really make a difference. I don't think it matters in terms of colour or anything like that. It's more about getting the lure in there and matching that hatch and, you know, presenting something that looks really enticing to fish. This has definitely been the go-to. Another one. Another little flatty. Yeah, he's tiny, this one. These are the ones you got to look out for, so you don't get spiked. Fuck. Bye bye. Bye bye, driver. Creeping the creeper. Another one. Yep. This one's running a bit. Yeah, it's a nice one. Okay. Gosh, they pull like the absolute clacker through here, hey? Yeah, that's another nice one. Little creeper getting it done again. Nice. That's another nice one. That is a lovely fish. Yeah, 48, that one. It's a lovely fish. Beautiful colours on it. Perfect eating size. Nice. Another one. Another dude. Gosh, there's so many fish up here, eh? There are so many of these guys up here. That might be another legal one. That might be another legal one. That one's 45 centimeters, that one. That's another eating one. And I'm bagged out. There we go. I'm gonna have some pretty happy family members. That's probably the size that you're after, sort of 45 to 55, I reckon is the perfect eating size. So this is the smallest out of the ones we've got today that we're gonna keep. But he's 45, and then we've got, I think, what, a 48, 50, and then a 55 and a 55 again as well. So a lot in that sort of 50 centimeter bracket. Gosh, this creeper is catching them. Little fatty, little dude. See you, buddy. Alrighty folks, that's probably going to wrap it up there. What a great little session we've had in the little creek, exploring a new little zone. Worked out pretty well using the new Crush City creeper in the 3.25 inch. The little smaller original sizes worked really well for all sorts of species, brim, flatties, all that sort of stuff. But this has been great for the flatties today. Can't really say much else about it. Worked really well. 1/6 gripper jig heads, plenty of yabby holes I'm seeing right now, and that definitely replicated the yabbies in the creek and the little prawns getting around too. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, comment down below if you got anything for me, and hit subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks.